All right, so you've made it to the first part. Something I said in the earlier video resonated with you. Maybe it was just the fact that you are a high performer and you're calling into question whether or not the life that you're living is truly the life that you want to live. Maybe you just want to make sure that everything you're doing is really everything that you should be doing. Or maybe, just maybe, you were curious about this whole idea of what it meant to have a heart check. You know, I said last time that especially for guys, when we start talking about the heart, that feels all touchy-feely and we just kind of stay away or stray away from those things. But what I want to do is I want to give a little bit better definition as to what that means, and I want to help you consider that for yourself. So when I talk about the heart, you probably know that I'm not talking about the thing necessarily that's pumping in our chest. I'm not necessarily talking only about the thing that makes us real lovey-dovey to whoever it is we do that for. When I talk about heart, what I'm really talking about is the deep desires that we have inside of us. It's the passion that we have to do the things or to want to do the things that we're going to do. So, number one, desires. Have you asked yourself the question, what is it that you desire? What do you really want out of life? What do you want out of your professional career? What do you want out of your personal life? How do you want those things to intersect? Where do you see yourself in 3, 5, 10, 15 years? You know, I'm 42 years old. I think that's how old I am. And for me, my vision for the future is 50. And we're gonna talk about that a few videos down the line. But when I think about my desires, I desire to live a specific life at 50. Second to that, and oftentimes these two things go together, has more to do with passion. So desire is maybe what you're drawn towards, the things you want to see happen. But when we think about passion, those are the things that burn inside of us. Those are the things that I say get us up out of bed every single day. You know, it's not easy to go to work and to give it our all every single day. It's not easy to show up after a long day's work at home and do the dishes and be kind to your spouse or sit down with your kids and really engage with them. It's really hard to do those things sometimes unless they're connected to our passion. You know, even if you're in a difficult situation in the job that you're in, or maybe you're running a company and you're not completely satisfied with that either, oftentimes we can still connect our passion to some of the things that we're doing, and we can realize that we can continue to serve there well and do good there well, all the while maybe not being in an ideal environment. So for you, those are the first two things to consider. You gotta do a heart check. Again, you have to make sure that you're understanding what your desires are, professionally and personally, where you wanna go in life. And then secondly, you need to understand what burns deeply inside of you. What are you passionate about? What gets you out of bed every single day? What are you excited about? What is it that you would do if you could do nothing else for the rest of your life? That's number one. That's the thing that you should work on today, because if you don't start here, everything else that I'm gonna tell you in future content is not gonna matter at all. So over the next few videos, you're gonna see me unpack each of those areas, casting a vision for the future and understanding whether or not the rhythms that you have, the habits and disciplines, are supporting this deep heart that you have for the passions and desires that are inside of you.